Yo, what's up, everybody? Check it out. Welcome to Breakx Weekend 2022, where the battles, everything about them, are going to be serious and intense. It's going to go down. This is the Breakx 2022 press conference. We got the competitors ready for your questions. So if you got any questions, whether you're watching online or you're here in the house, make some noise if you're here in the house. Yes. Yeah. So the energy is real and the energy is raw. So first up, we're gonna need Zeku versus Peanut. Come on up.
All right, so it's audience questions. So if anybody wants to ask them, just raise their hand. Any question that may be. Who would like to go first? First question. Angel, here we go. The mic is on.
Yeah. See if you guys can see me. The question I got for you guys is like, since it's like an invite, you know what I'm saying? And there's like no prelim in top 16, does it give you like more pressure to come out blasting? Or does it just gonna kind of just come out, feel the vibe, and just kind of stick to your game plan? So yeah.
To be honest, well, what's up, everybody? Houston, make some noise, please. Yes. A big shout out to Break Free and the entire organization for putting this on, because it's an amazing opportunity, not just for us that are up here competing, but for the entire dance scene as a whole. If one of us makes it through, we're all gonna go together. So a big shout out to you guys for real. When it comes to doing an invite only, I think it's a little bit easier to strategize because you know who you're gonna have in front of you, and you get to plan out what you're gonna do, how you're gonna do it, and why you're gonna do it to them.
Same. Say you're good.
Yeah, second question. Anything, say how you feel. If you have a question, come forward, please. The mic is on, Marcus.
Yo, Zek, do you believe you're going to win the entire event?
100%. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think so.
That was my only question.
All right, any other questions?
We have one with Bruno. Here we go.
All right, so whenever like you train regularly, you do what you do every day type of thing. So whenever you have like a jam coming up, do you start tailoring your training towards the jam, or do you just keep doing what you're doing and then bring it out on the day of the jam?
I mean, I'm always breaking, you know, so like I'm always trying to create new moves. And I think for a battle, I think the hard thing is doing those new moves. Like that's the battle within yourself. But yeah, I mean, I'm always breaking, so I always feel like I'm training, you know. Voice crack. I'm training, you know, but yeah.
Yeah, kind of like what he said. I'm ready to go 100% of the time, whenever, wherever. But definitely when there's an opponent who's in particular being put in front of me, then it gets tailored a little bit differently to whom that is in front of me.
Two more questions. Next one.
Since y'all two have battled before, do you guys have an expectation for the battle, like an outcome? So like who's gonna win and who's not?
It's gonna be good. You know, I have nothing bad to say about him. You know, like he's a beast. He does what he does. I do what I do, and I think it's a show. You know, like to show just different styles of breaking, and yeah, I have nothing bad to say about him.
Yeah, we've battled before and it was good. It was a dope battle. He edged that one out, so big ups to him. And, you know, it's really dope that we came up around the same time. I believe we share the same age. Now we share the same stage, and it's time to put on a show for the entire Houston crowd and the worldwide crowd that's be tuning in. So definitely exciting to run it back. And, again, it's always an honor to share with all these guys.
Yeah. Next question.
What do y'all see yourselves after, the jam? You know, basically, like, what do y'all see yourselves after the jam? Like, let's say win or lose, what are y'all gonna do right after the jam? Or like, let's say the whole event. Are y'all gonna keep on training, or?
What am I gonna do after the event?
Yes, like let's say y'all win it, or whichever. What are y'all gonna do right after?
We might go get some ice cream or something later. Maybe. If he's down, we'll go get some ice cream.
Yeah, I love ice cream. I don't know. Go home,
Like
roll up. I mean, I don't know.
So
Sorry.
so both of y'all have been in the scene for a long time. Y'all came in here into breaking at a very young age, and you know y'all been in the game for years now. So y'all are at another level from when y'all first started. So just has y'all's approach changed from when y'all first started to where y'all are at now? Because I think it would be something good for all the students here. There's a lot of young breakers here, so like just to kind of give them like has your approach changed since you first started? Because when you first start, it's like, you know, you fall in love with it and everything, and then it kind of gets to this point to where y'all are at this level to where people want to see y'all battle, and they're flying y'all out across, you know, overseas and everything. So, you know, when things like that start to happen, your approach can change a little bit. So just has that approach changed from when y'all first started to where you are at now?
No, I don't think it's changed. I've always like just loved breaking, you know, and I think, like you said, there's younger breakers out here, like especially at Break Free, and I think they should know that I looked up to you, you know, like straight up, like, you know, guys like Moy and like they, you know, they set the foundation for a lot of people. So I think just don't forget that, you know what I'm saying? And like all the people before me, you know, I learned from them, and like I try to be like them, you know.
Yeah, I think for me, and I think that's why this matchup is so dope, is because we both love it, but we love it in a different way, you know. For me, coming into the game, and I feel like being from Miami, it's always been a thing of being like the underdog and having a chip on my shoulder. So I kind of came into the game wanting to prove a lot of people wrong, and now that's not really the case. Like he mentioned, you know, there's kids. I walk into the event and they're screaming my name, you know, dapping me up, taking pictures with me. And, you know, a big shout out to Break Free, who inspired, you know, Breaking MIA to come about. And now we help the youth, and now we're a part of bringing, you know, one of our students right now, Lynx just won the footwork battle. So now it's more of not just winning, but winning as a breaker, as a man, as a business person, just as a human being overall, you feel me? So it's definitely, it hasn't changed, but it's readjusted for sure.
I got a question for you guys. Well, this is mostly for Peanut. You know, you've been coming out here since you were a little beady, man. And I think Houston, for a minute, was like second home for like you and your pops. And, you know, you guys have always been big supporters of us down here. But, like, what does it mean for you to come back? Because it's been a minute since you've been back out to Houston.
Yeah, yeah.
And especially to compete at a high level. You know, what does it mean to you?
It's awesome. You know, like I love your crew. I got mad respect for them. I just like enjoying the moment, chilling with everybody. I mean, I'm always nervous at a battle, you know, but it's like anyone. I'm still, you know, I'm more nervous about me. Like I know he's gonna do good, you know, so it's like, can I hold up, you know? But just do my best. And it is second home, you know. I got mad respect for all you guys.
And Zek, you, I think, started to come out probably 2015 or so, 2016. And since then, you've made it a point to actually come out here and train and put in work and help out and go above and beyond. But, like, aside from you just, you know, inspired to be a champion, what inspires you to keep coming back out here, or, you know, other places that you might go to kind of give back and be reinforcing or supportive to other communities?
For me, it's about the love, you know. I think that comes before anything. I go based off of love. That's why I'm an emotional person. So, you know, for those of you who don't know, me and Moy battled at a BC1 back in 2015, was it? And he smoked me. And I was like, okay, well, this guy is really good at what he does, and I want to get to that level. And I reached out to him, and he welcomed me with open arms. The entire crew did, his family, his wife, Roxanne, his kids. And that led me to see and believe, like, okay, there's other people out here that move with passion and love and with just the want to see people grow in what it is that they do. So on camera, a big thank you to you, man, for believing in me, believing in my team, and believing in everybody that's standing here right now, because you wouldn't do this if you didn't believe in us, because I know you. So thank you, bro, for real.
And last, just, do you guys have any last words, you know, before you bounce out? I mean, at the end of the day, everybody should walk away happy. Everybody's getting paid, you know. I think that's what breaking should get to. You know what I mean? This is it's very hard to kind of create a life where we can make this sustainable for us. So we need a lot of support in the process. But you know, now that you guys, everybody's walking away with something at the end of the day. Like, what does it mean to come out here and really win it? Like, are you gonna be mad or sad that you lost first round, or what's your take on that? Are you here to win, and how are you gonna feel after that first battle? Because somebody got to leave.
I don't know. I'm just taking it one battle at a time. Like, I'm not sleeping on nobody. Everybody's in it can win it. So it's like, I'm not sleeping on anybody. I'm taking it one battle at a time, and if I can win, hell yeah.
To keep it short, this is God's mission. I'm a soldier, and whoever he puts in front of me, that's the person that's gonna get it, and that's about it.
There's one more question. One last question.
So, both you guys come from like scenes that are like heavily influenced, like breaking, Chicago, Miami. Do you guys feel that that's like influenced your guys' style? And it's kind of like a two-part question, because do you feel that also too, like how do you feel about carrying like that torch? Like, you guys are the next gen from those scenes, so how do you feel about that?
It means a lot. Like, I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Chicago, so like we spin. Like, we got the spins on lock. I think like Miami, like you said, like they got like a chip on the shoulder. They bring. I think both places bring a good approach of like I don't give. I'm like like I just do it. Like yeah, I can say it. Oh, I don't give a fuck. Like I can just do it. Sorry, I'm sorry. I don't curse from my mom. But yeah, like I think it's dope that Chicago and Miami can like still represent, and it's like that's always been a little thing because they've both been so dominant in their scenes. So I think I care about it a lot.
Well, big shout out to you, J Boogie, for raising such a great young man. I've seen you guys together since I first started, so a blessing to both of y'all and y'all families. 100%, I said it in an interview earlier, I think we both represent two scenes that have heavily influenced the breaking community as a whole. We all have some strong pillars in our scenes, and yeah, it's just kind of carrying the torch, but carrying the torch in the right way. I think that's where my mindset has changed. It was all about winning because I grew up around people that just wanted to win. But then I kind of look back and realize, like, man, I don't even have a place to practice. Man, these people don't even throw a jam. Like, man, I don't have nothing here. And I realized, like, I got to take the torch a step further and kind of leave a blueprint for the day that I'm not here. Because at the end of the day, this is all temporary. I'm going to be 23 only once in my life, 24, 25. By the time I know it, I'm not going to be able to do this at a high level. So I want to make sure I'm still involved, I'm still creating, and I'm still inspiring.
Y'all give it up for Peanut and Zeku. We'll come back with them a little bit later in the evening. When Zeku was talking about 23 and 24, yeah, that's long gone for me. Yeah, we're those other guys. J Boogie, I'll meet you in the back. But all right, next up, we're gonna need Ayumi from Japan and Vanessa out of Portugal by way of UK. So the B girls, everybody, put your hands together for the B girls. Yes. Two of the illest females on the planet, and I'm happy they're here in Houston, Texas. Put your hands together one more time for Vanessa and Ayumi.
Vanessa versus Ayumi. Bruno.
So a lot of like preparing for a battle is like moves and like what are you gonna do? But like I think that's something that we don't really talk about is how much you have to prepare mentally for a battle. So how do you kind of prepare mentally for a battle?
How do I? Before I was kind of hard time to understand it. Like every time when I get nervous or like I'm like really like like oh I need to prepare for that day. But I don't know. Last few years I kind of understand myself, so I'm more like relaxed. And of course I need to try practice before the battle. But that day for the battle, I feel like more relaxed and just enjoy. Think about like how I do. Yes, it's good. It's okay. Sometimes I don't. Hey.
Yeah, I mean, I think with experience you get used to the outside factors that can influence your dance. yeah, I think with majority, with me, it would be the experience. The more you do, the better you can deal with stuff. Because I feel like it's this. I think sometimes we expect a lot from us on that day, but it's just a day. You know, like you can. Sometimes it's not even the outside factor; it's the pressure that you put on yourself that is not worth it. You know, so the way I deal with it is just like I accept that it's just a day. Anything can happen. I can do the best round of my life, the worst round of my life. After a few months, nobody cares. So, yeah.
I got a question. I want to go. All right, so I think Vanessa, we just met recently, maybe a few years ago, and Ayumi is someone I've known for a very long time. So I think everybody knows that Ayumi is kind of the OG here in so many ways, but still one of the top competitors in the world. I mean, so this question is for Vanessa, but how do you feel, you know, battling someone like Ayumi? And was there any point in your breaking career where you looked up to, you know, what she's done for breaking?
She's going down. I mean, like, this is kind of true, and it's not because it's her, but I said it before, is because you started quite late with 21, right? And I remember watching this interview you did, and you said that you started with 21, and at the time I was like 19, 20, so I started more or less breaking around this age as well, and was late compared to all the girls that were already in the game. So for me, having her as an example made me think that I could do the same. You know, I didn't come to breaking to be average, and when I started, I knew that I had to be good. You know, I could see the difference between whack big girls and good big girls, so I was just like, I have to, you know, and battling her, I never had the opportunity to battle her, so it's super exciting. Like, I know Ayumi already also for a while, but it's like an idol. So for me, I'm just excited, but that's what I'm saying, like, I'm going to give my best and just be ready to bring your best as well. I don't want to battle someone that is going to be like, give the okay. So I expect like also the best from her.
Hell yeah.
So both of y'all are amazing B-girls, right? And I think both of y'all are known for y'all's originality, like y'all's shapes, y'all's patterns that y'all come up with. And I just wanted to hear maybe how important is originality, and how do you approach that coming into your dance? Like, do you let other things inspire you to create these type of movements, or is it just something that, you know, comes to y'all? And just because for me, you know, I'm a part of Have a Choral Crew, and one of the things that I was always taught from the very beginning was originality is one of the most important things, you know, and like trying to bring your style, like put your stamp on the dance, you know. And I just wanted to hear from both of y'all how important that is for y'all's dance.
Should I go? Okay. I think I'm lucky because I learned the breaking first time from my the b-boy from my city with my sister. So they told me like how I don't know, it's, and then my sister just told me to compete the battle, my first battle, like after I start 3 weeks. And then my b-boy friends, they're older, and they helped me to make the moves together. And then that's why I kind of understanding for breaking, I need to make myself to showing like what I have. So I don't know, I've never think this one, but like every time when I have an interview like that, like how you feel like the breaking for yourself. I don't know, for me it's like breaking is like showing myself like from inside. So it's not even like only dancing, but showing my personality also. And then that's why like for my understanding is like creativity, like it's like I need to make it myself and then like showing, you know, that's I don't know, I understand breaking for this way a lot. Is that a good answer? It's okay. Sometimes like when I say something I don't understand. Yeah, that's my way. Yes. Thank you.
She looks for approval. I'm like, yeah, cool. I mean, with me, I bite all my friends. So yeah, I think everybody that surrounds me influences my dance. I did other styles before I did breaking, so I try to incorporate other styles into my dance. I feel like as I said, when I started, I could see what it was, the normal breaking, and I didn't want to be that. I said like I don't move that way. My background was not how breaking come up. Like I don't identify myself with it, and I'm just me. So I think is I just get inspiration from me moving it weirdly, because I would say I take the foundation from breaking, rip that apart, and make myself. Like, if you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, you like it. It's really like, oh, but you don't fit like breaking. I don't really care, because this is how I express myself. And if I want to move like this and do like this, I'm gonna do it, you know. And I feel like breaking, it's an open-minded, like we all say, but sometimes we don't do it. So I feel like everybody should be okay with expressing yourself, not just saying it, but actually doing it and having the courage to show that. And this is why I just be myself, and I come up with this kind of moves that sometimes come from crashes, that I try to do something and it comes from crash, and because it was on the beat, everybody was like, woo! And I was like, oh, maybe I will become a move now, you know? And this is what I'm saying, is the different, it's not bad. It's just different, you know? So I think we should try to look for our difference, yeah.
Next question from Jaili.
I have 2 questions. The first one is, when you like go to a battle, are you just like going there and you're focusing on it and you're just trying to focus on winning, or like do you like to go session before, meet new people, and just like try to stay a little longer and see how the scene is? And then my second one is, what is your favorite battle and why?
You go. So the first one.
I'm sorry, my English doesn't.
The first one, you say that when you go to a battle, you just want to focus on the battle, and you don't, or you like to go before, hang out with people, and have a little like culture, like culture.
What is your preparation for the battle?
Yeah.
How do you prepare for the battle?
Or if you just go focus like on the battle, don't talk to nobody.
Oh no! I talk with people. Sometimes I talk. Sometimes I talk too much, and then I don't. That's really bad for me. Like I need to focus, you know, sometimes a lot. But of course, I talk with people and then focus the battle, and yeah, both. Like I love to do both. Do you want to?
And what's your favorite battle and why?
Myself, my favorite battle. Oh, my favorite battle is Outbreak, 2013. It was my first time to join. I haven't joined an event in US long time, and that was I came back like after 8 years. I started breaking. I used to live in Canada, so I compete in Seattle a lot, but I went back to Japan, and then I didn't have a chance to come back to US, and that was and then I compete with my crew member, and I was like, I knew it's difficult to against everyone there, but I went to semifinal or something, and then I don't know. It was like my first big memory. I don't know. I tried really hard, so it was. It was the one. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. When I go to a battle, I prefer the after parties, but yeah, it really. When I really practice for something, I like to go focus, but not too much, because like I said before, it's just a day. If you put too much pressure on you, it's not gonna go well, and you're gonna get frustrated with you. So you might as well just take something out of it, like just experience the whole thing, go a few days before, like I did on this one. And I think I would say, but I can never go. The only battle that I really focus and I try to be like this, I lost. I don't even qualify. So yeah, and it was Outbreak. Yeah, it was Outbreak. Yeah, it was an Outbreak. So yeah.
Okay, last question.
So I actually got 2 questions, if you don't mind me asking me. The first question is like, how's your routine? How you like to prepare for big events? Because I know you guys have been on huge stages, Silverback, Red Bull. I would imagine the jitters start to kick in. You know, your mind starts to race. You have weeks to prepare for these events. You obviously want to do your best. How's your preparation when it comes down to, you know, the wire? And how you like to structure your practice? How you like to, you know, prepare yourself both mentally, physically? That's the first question. The second question is, how do you feel about being the two?
Otherwise, I will forget.
All right.
How's your preparation for battle?
Yeah. Yeah. How you like to prepare for like events and jams, mentally and physically? Yeah.
Any event. Yeah. Okay. So, do you want to continue the question, or can I just answer?
Yeah, you can answer.
Okay. I don't have a much special. Like I always. I eat a lot and healthy food. I sleep a lot and then I stretch and I care about my body a lot because of especially last few years I feel like I need to care about and understand myself. So and practice like all that, like I don't know, 5 days a week usually. that's I do. Yeah, and yeah, prepare. So, but sometimes if I go big stage, but this one like a big stage, I try to focus more on my move a lot. Sometimes because I like to practice more freestyle and then, you know, sometimes having fun with my friends. But if I have a kind of like big one, I try to focus myself to prepare. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I made it like not just a preparation for battle, but like more as a daily preparation for life, because now I feel my body a lot. I want to say I'm old, but obviously she's also killing it. So I feel it on my body. So I stretch a lot. I stretch a lot. Now I didn't stretch at all, and I can feel it now. So I've been stretching a lot, and it's been very good. Food. I'm Portuguese. I eat everything, but I try. It's our food is very like balanced. So I don't eat a lot. I don't crave a lot of like trash food. So it kind of like helps as well. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to breaking, I also have a full-time job, so I don't have a lot of time to practice. But I practice like maybe 3 times a week, as I try to balance. And I think is this just balance. It's the key. Try to manage everything with your life. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, one more question. How do you feel? How do both of you guys feel about being the only 2 females in the whole entire bracket?
How do I feel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting. I don't think so much. But it's nice, you know, like compete with the big. These days, it's many competitions separated the people and the big girls, but breaking is coming like. How I grow up is like I always compete with anybody, like, you know, boy and girls. It just doesn't care, you know. So it's nice to. I'm so happy to be in this blanket, and I'm excited for tomorrow. Yes. Hi.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I like it a lot. I've been doing more like big girl battles, so I like also to battle b-boys the most. Because they also help me grow, but I feel like a opponent like this, it brings the best out of you. So I feel like I'm just excited as well.
Y'all give it up for Ayumi and Vanessa. Portugal versus Japan. Somebody's going home. I'm just joking. Y'all both going home safely, I hope. All right. Next up, we're going to need Bowzee versus Castrito. Yep. Castrito out of Guadalajara, Mexico, and Bowzee representing Denver, Colorado. Yep. Make some noise, y'all.
She asked if y'all are both from Mexico, but maybe can y'all talk about y'all's roots? That'd be great to hear about how y'all first started and your heritage being from Mexico.
I'll go first. Yeah, I'm actually from Mexico. I was born in Juarez. I was brought to Colorado when I was like a year old. So I'm a DACA recipient. It was kind of hard for like my story. I feel like I don't like to speak about it too much, but you know, I never really met my grandma, like my grandparents. I was never able to like spend time with them. I could talk to them with a phone, but it's different, you know. So the only family I have here is my parents. Luckily, they're still together. I have my sister and my brother. But it's cool, man. You know, it's a blessing to still have them. But yeah, it's been a process for sure. But yeah, definitely from Mexico, and I still rep it 100% for sure.
Yeah, I'm from Mexico. I'm from Guadalajara, Jalisco. Yes.
Second question.
So you guys are both here because you obviously like love breaking, you love like this art form, this dance. So what was like that kind of like first moment where you're like, oh, like I really like doing this, like I love doing this, and like kind of like a two-parter. When was like, or how was, or when was that moment where you're like, I want to do this, like, as my main thing, you know, like this is my type of thing to do.
Damn, that's hard. I think, I mean, I fell in love with breaking just watching it on TV too. Some corny, it's corny, but I used to watch like back in the day ABDC. I started when I was 13. I would watch them, the movies and stuff, and I would watch people break downtown sometimes too. So I tried it out, and once I started learning, you know, I started kind of picking it up quick. Back then I used to play soccer, and I would always be on the floor. It was weird. Like I would always slide tackle. And like I'd always be on the floor, and they would always tell me like, get up, you know, because I was always on the floor. So when I found out about breaking, like people spinning and stuff, I started doing it too, and like I think I just picked it up so quick. That's when I really fell in love with it. I was like, dang, I really want to do this. For full time, it's been a journey, man. Like I had a job before. I've had times where I didn't know if I could do it full time. But I think a lot of people that inspire me that, you know, that I could do it, you know. Right now, I don't have a job. I'm fully breaking. Thank God, you know, I've been blessed to be able to, you know, support my family and stuff. But really, it's like, you know, my mentor is like Kareem. You know, Kareem, right now, he doesn't do it full time, but back then, you know, like he showed me that, you know, it's possible. And big ups to Moy, too. Like, he showed me, you know, that it's possible. And I remember coming to him, too, when I wasn't really like in my head. I didn't know if I should fully break or, you know, get a job, go to school. But yeah, just watching people like that and watching even like the Monster Team, you know, show those guys too, like inspiring me to like, you know, that you could do it full time. Like if you really love it, you could do it, you know, you just got to put your time in it. And it always comes with a price, you know, like, you know, you might have some hardships, but that's going to happen with everything. If you go to school, you know what I mean? If you have a job, you're always going to have it with hardships, but I think those guys inspire me a lot to do it full time. So
Me, I started when I was 10 years in 2007. I started breaking because of my old brother. But in that time, when I start, I really just do it for him, you know, at the beginning, because I was like just kid. And for me, it wasn't serious at that time. But after 3 years, when I was 13, that in that time was when I get involved more in the scene, and I get love of breaking. Yeah.
I got you next, Enrique, okay? He still answers this question. Shout out my boy. All right, my question is simple. Being that you individuals, first shout out both of you. Blessings, nothing but positive vibrations coming from me. Being that you have individuals like Kareem and more that you look up to, on a deeper tip, is it any fear that you have within breaking as far as where you at right now and your actual journey and where you're trying to get towards? Do you have a fear, something that could possibly hold you back from getting to what you want to get to?
I think before, yes, it was more money. Again, I come from an immigrant family, so it's hard to go to school and things like that. because for me it's different. I have to pay like full out, you know what I mean? And we're not rich, but we got a lot of heart. So I think, yeah, man, I really, when I made this decision, of course there's, you could be scared. It's a scary thing to follow your dreams. I was scared for a while to do it because I didn't even know what to do. But having these guys, again, it's just about hardship. You're always going to have that. There's always going to be hardship no matter what you do. Like if I chased a good job as a doctor or something, shout out to Zeshen though. But like that's dope, you know what I mean? But coming from an immigrant family, it's hard to do stuff like that. So, all I really have is this. And I didn't really realize it until, it's kind of taken away because 2020 I didn't really dance. I took actually off the whole year. I did one battle, which was B-Boy City, but yeah, man, I mean, it's scary to do it, no matter what. It's going to be scary to follow your dreams. So I think it's following it with, just passion and love for it and just waiting for things to come to you because they will if you do it out of that. If you're looking for money or like crazy things like that, I mean, you could probably find it, but it's going to be short term, If you love this dance, if you love to do it, I think no matter what happens, you just got to love it and just enjoy the journey. So for failure, there's always going to be failure, but yeah, just love the journey. I think that's what my mindset and what they helped me with a lot is, you could do it. It's possible. Look what Moy, Break Free is doing. You know what I mean? This is huge. So it's a blessing to see. This is inspirational too, and it just kind of the scene's going up. So either you get in the wave or you get left behind for sure.
Yeah, like he said, nothing is it's easy. Life it's not easy, and breaking life. Everybody knows that it's hard to live from breaking, but it's possible. I'm from Mexico. In Mexico, it's hard, because here, for example, the evolution of breaking it's better. In Mexico, it's a little bit, down. So it's not easy, but it's possible. I think if you wanna do it, you can do it, and don't cry. Just follow your dreams, just follow your dreams, do what you love, and that's it. But if you want it, you can.
I got a question, Jeremy. I think a lot of you guys like really voice a lot of like love and respect, and I appreciate all the honor and all the love that's coming from y'all side. But this weekend is about you guys, and I want everybody to know that it is about you. But I want to know a little bit more about you guys. Like, what are you guys feeling going into tomorrow? Like, what happens if you win? What happens if you lose? I want to hear from both of y'all.
Yeah, this one-on-one's actually special for me just because I haven't done a one-on-one since I think last year was my last one-on-one. But yeah, I mean, really, I don't know how to say. I just, I prepared very well for this event. I trained very hard, twice a day, probably 8+ hours a day, just focusing on this. So yeah, man, I mean, it's gonna be dope. Win or lose, no matter what, I'm coming in here just having fun, I did the work. I had a good camp, good training camp. I did the work, so now it's just time to pay off. So I'm not really worried about, if I win or not. I know I did the work, and we'll see what happens tomorrow for sure.
For me, I feel ready. Like I said before, I have been practicing a lot, like dog, like practice every day, and this is very important for me. This battle also, Also, thank you so much for the invitation. I appreciate it so much. For me, this is a big opportunity, because this is what I love, and I don't know how to. I can't express myself like very
Dilo
good.
en español.
Like in
Dilo en
español,
español.
but me siento muy bien, muy contento de estar aquí. Aprecio mucho la invitación y pues es un sueño que se está haciendo realidad. Me voy a esforzar lo más que pueda, voy a dar lo mejor y pues para esto vivo. O sea, me preparé para esto desde que que era pequeño.
Yeah, give it.
Last, Jose has a question.
Question is going to be more for Castrito. I'm probably going to say it in Spanish. Va a ser la pregunta, va a ser para ti. Te ha mirado crecer, desde que tenías que 17, 18 años, y me habías dicho que querías venir al norte y le querías dar a todos aquí un día, porque no había habido un vivo mexicano que ha hecho eso, que ha aprendido a bailar allá, es de allá, nacido todo de allá. Los que sí lo han hecho han ido a Europa o invitados por Power nomás. Pero ¿cómo te sientes tú que tú eres esa persona ahorita? Me lo había dicho hace 10 años o 9 años y ahorita lo estás haciendo. ¿Cómo te sientes que todos te miran como esa persona ahora?
Pues me siento muy contento, muy orgulloso de mí, pero a la vez también me siento, pues no estoy conforme todavía. O sea, siento que esto es una misión que apenas está empezando y pues es el inicio para mí, es el inicio y quiero más, no estoy conforme, pero estoy agradecido también. Sí, estoy agradecido.
Give it up for Castrito and Bowzee. Just to translate what he said last, he said, tomorrow I'm going to smoke the crap out of Bowzee. And thank you guys, and shout out to, no, I was just joking. Yo, put your hands together one more time. Yeah. Man, I saw, I've been seeing him for a minute. I've been seeing Castrito for a minute, but when he came down last time, he came in with like a mob from Mexico with flags and everything. I started calling him the Canelo of breaking. So shout out to him, man. I'm excited for them. All right, last but not least, I want to give a shout out real quick to my boy D-Tex, who was originally and officially on the lineup, but due to a recent injury, he could not make it. So next up to bat was going to be Zeshen from Havocoro. So this next battle, Zeshen out of Houston, Texas, Havocoro versus Hjack, 808 Breakers, Hawaii. Yep.
So my question to you guys is, I know you guys are like super musical, like really off the top. Like, I'm just curious as a b-boy, like at the moment, is there anything that like you're falling in love again, or like kind of like retouching, like on some? It could be top rock, it could be like a step. Is there anything that you're just like digging and kind of like readapting and trying to like you kind of maybe feel like you skipped over or something like that? So yeah, it could be anything. I'm just curious.
What was that? Nah. No, I'm just playing. I just love music. Music is what got me into dancing in the first place, and every time I hear songs, whether I've heard them or not, if they're new, just to be able to be in the moment and have control over myself, my emotions, and the environment is such a beautiful thing. And to me, that's what I live for. Whether I win or lose, it's always a win for me because I love music, So, for me.
Yeah, that's a good question. It's hard to answer that question without sounding like mad, sappy, and like, but I mean, straight up, yeah, it's do I find love when I'm listening to the music? Definitely, man. When I first started breaking, it was harder. I was too focused on external things. But now in my stage of life, like, I have to make it a point that every move I do, I feel the love, and I add meaning to it. So, I mean, like I said, it sounds sappy. But
I had a quick question. So I think both of y'all are dancers who are very rooted in y'all styles and y'all's upbringings and environments. So I would love for y'all to articulate y'all's crew's approach. You come from 808 Breakers, Hawaii. You come from Havocoro, Houston. When anybody matches up, you see a contrast of styles in the upbringing. So it'd be great for you to verbalize what's your approach. What's the 808 Breakers school of breaking? What's the Havocoro school of breaking? So,
Man, it's not about what you do. It's about how you do it. That's what we at least preach to our kids, and we strongly live by that, and having a good foundation in what you do and finding freedom through movement. At the end of the day, that's what we search for. We try to beat surf, so that and also being aware of, I am still young now. It's not too late to learn the dynamic move. It's a big book. it's a chapter of phases of life that you go through where you're in your young days and you can throw amazing things, and then next day you can't do that, and you have to adapt to it and change. And it's like Bowzee was saying, when you enjoy the process, you're gonna do this forever, throughout the phases of life. So our approach is just do what you do, be the greatest you that you can, and enjoy the music and show them how it's done. Style out.
I'm saying HK, have a choral, baby. Houston. It's not just the approach, but also the brotherhood. We don't got, in a sense, to me, all we got is each other, and I look up to those guys. That's my lineage. That's what it's all about. I don't know what else to say. Jeremy, Moy, Palmer, Lil John, Marlon, you know what I'm saying? Rudy. Okay, now that I started, if I don't name everybody, they're gonna think I forget. But just imagine I named every member. Everybody is like, it just gives me so much meaning to rep that.
More to go.
Right? But yeah, we want to rep ourselves, and also for where we are, Houston, and for Texas, so there's a lot of meaning that rides behind the name Have a Choral. It was everything to me, before I joined Have a Choral, I had left the crew that I had started off with, and for a while I decided that if I wasn't going to get down with Have a Choral, I was not going to join any crew ever. And when we were kind of like in the process of testing me out, that's what I said. So you could either have me now, or you're just going to have to battle me, every jam you see me, so you might as well get me down. But anyways, yeah. As far as like styles, we each have our own approach, but when I think of my crew, I think more about the brotherhood. So.
Thank you both. Yeah. Next question.
How did y'all prepare? How did you prepare for this? I know, I don't know if you have full-time or part-time jobs, but how did y'all, basically, deal with time and then dealing with your job and dealing with your passions?
So if y'all didn't know, I was not originally supposed to be in this battle, so surprise. So to be honest, did I prepare for this battle? No. I had about a week and a half notice, but I honestly you don't see me in competitions that much, but I'm always dancing, I never stopped dancing. And when Jeremy asked me to do this battle, I really had to think about it for a while, but it was really just the fact that he asked me. Like, that's actually a huge compliment. You paid me. And I just want to, I always want to go up and do my thing. This is my art, so I got a right to
you
show
gave us
it.
your answer in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't that long.
Nah, it took me like a day and a half, but yeah.
I stay ready, so I don't gotta get ready. I practice. I teach some of the kids back home. We're building up a program back home. I'm in the process of building a coffee shop with my lady, so it's all a part of the growth. It's all a part of the road, like he was saying. Like, if he's working, you're still dancing. You're visualizing it. If you're not active in competitions, doesn't mean that you're not on top of it. It's that life. It's not something you clock into, in and out. You're always doing it. You're always thinking about it. You're driving. You're literally driving. Passion. So stay ready. Stay ready.
There's a quote from Bruce Lee. It says, "Styles make fights," right? So, both of y'all up there for y'all style, right? So, if you're a breaker, you know that first round battles are kind of always the hardest to get through. You know what I'm saying? So, for y'all personally, in a first round battle, which would be harder for you to go up against, a style head or a power head, and why? Why would you think that would be the most difficult for you?
I kind of don't really think about it. I just think about what I'm gonna do. You know, they're gonna do what they're gonna do, hoping that they do the best that they can do, because I'm gonna do the best that I'm gonna do, and it's yeah. I think that's all I
That's
can
pretty
think of
much
right
what I
now.
was gonna say. Yeah,
we
like-
just do the damn thing.
Yeah, exactly. I can't really focus on what other people
Mm.
do. I'm just trying to like get my mind to vomit out the stuff that, it's like, it's actually really hard to describe and put in words.
Yeah.
But like, if I don't get into a state where I let myself accept the moments that are gonna come, then it's not gonna come. So, yeah, I mean, different people are probably different, but yeah, I think I'm similar to Hijack. Like I just focus on my own and doing whatever I want to do.
I'm really excited though. This battle is gonna be insane.
Oh, yeah.
Insane. This is gonna be one for
In
the
fact,
books.
I'm gonna say it right now because I
Yes.
think it's what everybody wants to hear. I'm about to
Yes,
smoke
yes.
this dude.
As he should. As he should. But
I was just playing, yo. I'm doing it for the camera. Hijack has my utmost respect, man. He's
it's
a
big
tough
love.
one to beat.
It's big love. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be one for the books. It's gonna be historical. I already know, like, just visioning the flavor and the colors and the splashes, and it's gonna be amazing, man. I don't know if you guys are ready for it. It's gonna be a moment you're gonna remember for the rest of your life. I know I am. So.
Hell yeah.
All right, so I know style is super important to you guys, and it just seems like you guys have so much fun with it. So I wanted to see how important is fun to you guys. I just wanted to see, like, I know you guys dance super high level, but at the end of the day, do y'all just like to have fun with it?
Damn, I just gotta say, for me, it might not sound good, but like I've accepted failure, because failure forward is much more better than anything else. You know, like, I've learned more from my losses than I have from my wins. I'm still not even winning to this day, but I've learned to just let go. And when I let go, I feel like I'm myself. And when I feel like I'm truly myself, that's when I do the best that I can do. And that's that feeling that always sends me back home, is just relaxation. Tension is what you think you should be, and relaxation is what you are. Take a breath. Take a deep breath. Matter of fact, everybody take a breath. Yes.
Let's see. The best way I can put this in my own words is, so I do clock in to a job, a very demanding job every day. After the battle, whether or not I win or lose, Monday morning, I'm going to go to work. I work at a psychiatric hospital as a psychiatrist, and I'm going to have a full list of patients that are going through, some pretty severe illnesses and hardships that I got to treat. And I love my job. It gives me a lot of meaning, but it's tough. So breaking is always going to be fun for me. Like, the fact that I got to dance in front of, you cool people this weekend is already a win. Like, I don't care what I do. I could slip up and knock my head or whatever, and it's still going to be a fun day for me. So that's just how it is,
Yeah, give it up for Zeshen and for Hijack, yo. Damn, I feel like Hijack could throw a badass rave. So it's going to be an after party in his hotel room after this. Now, one more time, give it up for Zeshen and Hijack. We're going to break this down real quick, and we're going to go into some face-offs just for the camera, just for you guys back at home watching, and of course. So, yeah, you guys can get up. What y'all doing? All right, let's break this down real quick. We're going to come back in about a minute or two. Yep. For everybody that's tuning in back at home, we appreciate you guys. Don't forget that this will be pay-per-view tomorrow. BreakFreeLive.com. Support the dancers. This is a new initiative. This is a profit share business model that allows the dancers to earn more outside of what they can earn on stage already. So we need your support. Share the links. Tell your friends, your family, and everybody all around that Break Free Worldwide is doing something great for the community. All right, so we're getting ready right now to do these face-offs. So first up, if y'all can hear me in the back, first up, we're going to need Zeku and Peanut just for these face-off visuals and for everybody back at home tuning in. So we got Zeku right here representing Miami, Florida, Future Force. And we're waiting on Peanut. Peanut's coming up. So once again, go to breakfreelive.com tomorrow. Tune in. Buy the pay-per-view. Support these guys. Ongoing revenue for them. Share the links. We try and do something great for breaking. Is Peanut around? Cool. Peanut, Chicago, Illinois, represent Squadron. All right, so right here, everybody, y'all can get your cameras out, take pictures. We got Peanut, Zeku, first round going down tomorrow at NASA Space Center, Houston, right? NASA Space Center, Houston, that's a big deal. We're the first ever to do something this big at NASA and to be the first promoter at NASA to do anything incredible involving entertainment. So shout out to Zeku, shout out to Peanut. They're going to hold it down first round. Everybody make some noise. Put your hands together for these competitors. You guys can face the camera now. Yep. Give it up, guys. Give it up. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Next up, we're going to need Ayumi representing Japan and Vanessa out of Portugal, UK. And representing just the ill B girls on the planet. So, Vanessa, Ayumi up next. That'll be the second battle at NASA Space Center, Houston. And once again, you can come on up. BreakFreeLive.com, BreakFreeWorldwide.com, ChampionshipBreaking.com. So, we got Vanessa, Ayumi. They're going to be the second round. You guys can face off, look at each other, deep eyes, intense. Who's going to win? You guys got to tune in tomorrow. Two of the illest on the planet. They're going to go at it tomorrow. NASA Space Center, Houston. You guys can face the camera now. Yep. Give it up for Vanessa and Ayumi, y'all. Fresh. Next up, Bowzee versus Castrito. Denver, Juarez, Guadalajara, Jalisco. Two of the illest upcoming B-boys facing off. The third battle at NASA Space Center, Houston. Yep, make sure to buy the pay-per-view, breakfreelive.com. We got Bowzee, we got Castrito. Everybody put your hands together for two of the illest coming up. Yep, you guys can face the camera now. Show some love one more time, y'all. Yes. All right, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Last but not least, the beat surfers, we need Zeshen, Hijack. The beat surfer, Hjack. 808 Breakers, Hawaii versus Zeshen, Houston, Texas, Havocoro. Yes, face off, Bruce Lee. Two of the illest, rocking the flavor, rocking the beats, beat surfing, representing. Tune in tomorrow, breakfreelive.com. Turn around and face the camera. Everybody put your hands together for Zeshen and Hijack. Yes, it's going down. And that is it for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow, NASA Space Center, Houston. It's going to go down. Break Free Live, Break Free Worldwide, ChampionshipBreaking.com. We out, y'all. Peace.